What's up guys? Yesterday was Valentine's, so I got a movie review for you because I saw a movie with my girlfriend. And today's movie I'm gonna be talking about is Endless Love. Now you guys probably know that that trailer for that movie was amazing and looked so cool. Well, it was very misleading and I actually was a little bit disappointed, but let's get into this. So, I'm going to be using my phone for the actors and actresses' names because I don't actually know them. They're actually pretty new actors and actresses, I believe. So I apologize in advance if I have to look on my phone. So the story starts off like in the trailer. David and Jade, there's a romance between these two. Now Jade is a doctor in training pretty much. They're both high school graduates. That's where the story starts off. The thing is that Jade is this kind of like person who just cuts herself from everyone because she's shy. She's just that one kid who, she's beautiful, but she's so shy that she just doesn't get to experience everything. She doesn't go to parties. She just doesn't like to live the way that everyone in her grade does, and kind of they all shun her from it, and that's kind of depressing. But then you got David over here who works for his dad. He's a mechanic. People don't really focus on that. He's this muscular hot guy. They don't really touch upon if he's an athlete or not, but he's a popular guy who has, I guess, a lot of say. In the first scene of the movie, he actually kind of brings everyone to this girl's party, and this is where it all starts off. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I'm not going to try and spoil anything very important in the movie. There actually really is nothing to really spoil because it's a lot of cliches, and that's where I actually was very disappointed. Now the thing about cliches is obviously I knew going into this movie it's a romance movie about two teenage kids. It's going to have a lot of cliches, but this movie was written as if it was one giant cliche, where the writer was just like, oh, I don't have an idea, let's put a cliche there. It was just like, there was a Romeo and Juliet cliche. I had a list, like every time there was a cliche I was like, yep, I've seen that before, I've seen that before. But to be honest, when I saw this movie, it was a crowd of girls who loved it. I don't know, because the guy was attractive, because of what he was saying. These are things that girls want to hear, so I guess this movie was really written for girls. But for the guys who were pulled yesterday to go and see the movie like me, I actually thought I was going to enjoy the movie. The trailer made it seem like it was going to be kind of like a horror, but like this guy had a horrible past. But this is where I was just disappointed. This guy was supposed to have like this bad, horrible past that the dad shunned. Like the girl's dad was just like, you can't come in. But he was standing up for his dad, and that was the reason that he was charged for something. And that was just like the stupidest thing ever. I was expecting this guy to have killed someone. Now, I know that this movie is going to make a lot of money though, because a lot of girls were in love with this guy. I actually thought that the ages were kind of miscast. I mean, they're supposed to play 17 and 18-year-old kids, but the main guy and girl look like they're both college graduates, and they actually are 23 and 24 years old in real life. And this is where I kind of get a little bit skeptical with these kind of movies, that they kind of miscast people, and they kind of just choose the people that look like the hottest and stuff, which I guess it brings in a lot of attention. But for the people like me who are really into film, kind of feel like this isn't realistic. I'm a 17-year-old. I look like a 17-year-old kind of in pretty much most ways. This guy had full facial hair pretty much. He was muscular. His build was just, I don't know. For a girl, I guess they didn't care about it. They thought he was just this dreamy guy. I'm not very familiar with either lead roles, but I have to say the two dads I'm very familiar with, and they're both really great actors. You got the dad of the girl, who's Bruce Greenwood, and then you got Robert Patrick, who plays the dad of the boy. I have to say, I really like the writing in general of the movie. I just felt like that they took away from it. I like the idea that you have this girl who's like at the top of her game. She's very intelligent, but her social skills are very low. And then you got the kind of polar opposite where you got the guy whose social skills are up here, and then he works for his dad. He's not going to go to college pretty much. And then they kind of interact with each other and make this relationship happen. And they switch. The funny thing is, from the movie trailer, I thought it was going to be, alright, this girl is turning bad, and the guy is bad too, and they were just going to both be bad. But the reality of it was that the guy was turning good, and the girl was turning bad, and it wasn't even like the girl was influenced by the guy. The guy was trying to push her the right way. And I guess it was just that she was now open to the world, and everything that she had been shunning for the last 17 years of her life, she now experienced, and it made her change as a person, which that is the realistic part of the movie that I thought was strong. And I thought, oh, if they had built upon this a little bit more, it would have been really, really touching, really just a great movie overall. Now, the rating on IMDb of this movie was like a 4.7. I would probably give it a 6 at most because I felt there was a lot of potential in the movie, and I was just a little bit disappointed. I just have to say, Endless Love is one movie that you can skip. I don't feel that you have to see it, especially if you're a guy. I mean, girls will love this movie, especially if you go and see it with your girlfriends. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Make sure to leave a like, and that is the end of the review. Make sure to comment any movies that you want me to see. I probably will see them anyway, as long as they're not like rated 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. But other than that, guys, I will see you later. Talk to you in the next video.